Hello and welcome to In Layman's Terms, where through the power of AI, we dive into understanding scientific articles. Today's article is Olfactory Receptors in Non-Chemosensory Organs, the Nervous System in Health and Disease. Let's begin.
Welcome to a fascinating journey into the depths of your brain, where your senses come to life in ways you've never imagined. In this video, we'll explore how your brain uses receptors meant for smell and taste to orchestrate a complex symphony of functions. You see, our bodies communicate through chemical signals, and we have specialized receptors that help us understand our environment. Think of them as tiny molecular messengers that tell us about food, danger, and even romance. These messengers, known as olfactory receptors, ORs, help us detect scents. But here's the kicker. They're not just in our noses, they're all over, and they're not just about smell. They're like multi-purpose tools for the body. ORs are involved in regulating blood pressure, sperm movement, muscle development, and hormone release. Some of these functions aren't even connected to our sense of smell. So, they're like hidden superheroes spread throughout our bodies. And guess where they're hiding? In your brain, in places like the cerebral cortex and substantia nigra. But these brainy ORs aren't about detecting odors. They're busy with complex signaling and behavior regulation. They respond to specific molecules, activating neurons and revealing a mysterious role beyond smell. Now, picture a group of tiny but mighty proteins called olfactory binding proteins, OBPs. Normally, they help us detect odors and pheromones in our noses, but some have secret missions in the brain. They regulate inflammation and play a role in immunity. Next, taste receptors. We usually find them on our tongues and our taste buds. But they pop up in surprising places, like the gut and the brain. However, they're not judging the flavor of your meal. They're more like local sensors that help regulate hormones, digestion, and gut movements. Now, let's dive into brain diseases. In Parkinson's disease, a neurodegenerative condition, early changes appear in specific genes related to our senses of smell and taste. And here's the twist. These alterations aren't tied to medication and can show up before the typical symptoms of Parkinson's emerge. These changes can also differ between men and women, creating a complex interplay of genes in the disease's development. In Alzheimer's disease, a complicated neurodegenerative condition, certain genes tied to smell and taste, especially olfactory receptors, ORs, and taste receptors, TASRs, can be affected. These changes show up in different brain regions at various stages of the disease and can vary between regions, making Alzheimer's a complex puzzle to solve. Moving on to progressive supranuclear palsy, PSP, a neurodegenerative disease. Here, genes related to our sense of smell and taste are also under the spotlight. These genes can either become more or less active, offering clues about how PSP affects the brain. A groundbreaking comparative study looked at gene expression in the frontal cortex area 8 in different neurodegenerative diseases: Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, PSP, and Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, CJD. What's intriguing is that Alzheimer's showed fewer gene expression changes compared to other diseases. In Parkinson's, specific smell genes were upregulated in males and one gene in females. In PSP, genes related to smell were upregulated. The taste receptors showed upregulation in PSP and CJD, with gender-specific differences in Parkinson's. But our journey doesn't end here. In the prefrontal cortex of individuals with schizophrenia, genes related to smell and taste receptors are significantly reduced. These changes are linked to the use of antipsychotic medications, like chlorpromazine, suggesting that regulation of these receptors goes beyond neurodegenerative diseases and extends to mental health conditions, influenced by specific drugs. Beyond the brain, receptors meant for smell and taste have been discovered in various body parts, not just the nose. Some may not even work, but changes in their gene expression have been observed in neurodegenerative and mental disorders, painting a complex yet exciting picture of how they function in different body systems. In a stunning twist, these receptors could collaborate with the immune system, connecting the central olfactory system with immune cells in the brain. This interaction is a critical factor in understanding their unexpected roles in maintaining the body's balance. So, the next time you savor a delicious meal or catch a pleasant scent in the air, remember that it's not just your taste buds and nose at work. It's the intricate world of receptors in your brain and body, unraveling secrets we're only beginning to comprehend. The world of brain receptors is full of complex connections and unexpected functions, making the study of ores and TASRs an exciting frontier of scientific discovery.
Thank you for watching.